Hi guys, and welcome to Creative Cakes by Sharon. Today I have a totally spectacular Halloween foodie feast for you, as I've joined with some of my YouTube buddies to bring you guys some creepy but delicious Halloween recipes. Stay tuned until the end of my video, where I'll be leaving all the links to all of my friends' videos. So today I'll be showing you how to make this awesome blood oozing brain cake. Our brain cake needs to have the gore factor but also taste incredible, so I'm going to start off with a delicious red velvet cake recipe. I have all the ingredients I need here, and you can find all the measurement details for this recipe in the description box below. So to start making this cake, I need to sift the flour, baking soda and cocoa powder into a bowl and pop it to a side. In a stand mixer, I need to beat the butter and sugar together until they become nice and fluffy and light in both colour and texture. Here I can add the eggs one at a time, and after the eggs have been incorporated, I'll add the vanilla extract as well as the salt. Now we need to add a nice deep red food colouring for that intense bloody looking effect. So now here I have the dry ingredients, which I've sifted at the beginning together with the buttermilk, and I'm going to start adding both of them to the mixture until everything has been fully combined. To make the brain cake with its blood oozing centre, I'm using a bundt tin, as it conveniently has a nice round hollow in the centre. So once the batter has been poured into the tin, it goes off into a preheated oven to bake for about 1 hour. Once the cake is baked, make sure to let it cool down completely. Now we can get to work on creating the shape of the brain, and all I need to do is transform the round shape into a bit of an oval shape by cutting the cake in half and removing a couple of slices from each half of the cake. This cake is too delicious to waste, so these offcuts are good for eating right now. When the two halves of the cake look like they make a reasonable join, I'm going to coat the centre of each cake with some white chocolate ganache. This is going to be a protective layer that sits in between the nice gooey bloody centre and the cake, so that of course the cake doesn't become soggy. Now I'm going to cover the sides with ganache, and finally I'm going to glue the two halves of cake together using the ganache as well. So here I have a nice silver plate which I'm going to transfer the cake onto, and using this melted white chocolate I'm going to seal off the bottom of the cake. This takes just a few minutes to set, and once it's nice and firm, I'm going to fill the cavity with this delicious mixed berry ice cream topping. Now I'm going to make a lid for the centre by spreading out some of the white melted chocolate onto a non-stick piece of baking paper, and once this is set, I'm just going to simply stick it on top of the cake and seal the sides off with a little bit more of the melted chocolate. Now I'm almost ready to pipe on my brain, but first I'm going to cover the cake with some of this delicious chocolate Italian meringue buttercream, and this is going to help the piping stick to the cake nicely. It's kind of like doing a crumb coat, and once you've finished, take a knife or spatula and run it along the middle of the cake to create the separation between each half of the brain. Now using a round tip on my piping bag, I'm going to pipe a squiggly brain looking pattern all over the cake. If you do one side at a time, it'll be easier to make sure that your two halves remain separate. Once it's all done, it needs to go in the fridge to set. While the cake is setting, I'm going to prepare some raspberry jelly, and by the time this has cooled down to room temperature, the cake will be ready to come back out of the fridge. Now for the finishing touches, all I need to do is gently spoon some of the jelly into the bottom of my plate and then dribble it all over the top of the brain cake. The jelly gets trapped in all the little squiggly areas of the brain to create a really cool effect. Now let's cut in. As promised, guys, I have on screen now for you the link to the Halloween recipes from all of my other foodie friends. Pop over and see their videos and let them know I sent you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe on everyone's videos. I hope you all have a spooktacular Halloween, and as always, thanks for watching.